Good morning, dear students. Welcome to our online class. So today we are going to continue with the chapter The First War of Independence, and we are today going to see the most important reason or the cause that led to the First War of Independence. We know we have come across political causes, we have come across social economical causes, we have come across military causes. Now all these causes actually makes us clear and understand that the people were too much annoyed and irritated with the behavior of the Britishers towards the Indians. So in every field, in every aspect, whether it is in the trade, whether it is in the religion, whether it is in the military, all we see that the people were being compelled with different policies and have done lot of brutal treatment to the people that they made the people get annoyed. Okay, now as a result of that, even in the army we have seen the military causes, like they were not given proper salary, they were very ill fed, they were not given proper places to stay or good maintained places to live. Okay, and besides that, there was a racial discrimination between the Britishers in the East India British Army and the Indian soldiers, and they see that the majority of the Indian soldiers were not given the promotions and they were being deprivated to the position of the sepoy itself. Okay, now actually all these things actually made the Indian soldiers so much angry, so much irritated and annoyed to the Britishers that they were just waiting for one reason, that one solid reason that can help them to go and attack upon the British and kill them. So इतना ज़्यादा गुस्सा उनके अंदर था ब्रिटिश इंडियन सोल्जर्स के अंदर, लेकिन वो लोग बिना कोई कारण के एक स्टेप, एक कदम नहीं बढ़ा सकते थे. ओके, एंड दे वर वेरी ईगरली वेटिंग कि वो एक कारण उनको मिल जाए जहाँ पे वो ब्रिटिशर्स के ऊपर अपना सारा गुस्सा और अपना लाइक जितना भी बुरे चीज़ें वो लोग इंडियन पीपल के साथ, इंडियन लोगों के साथ, सोल्जर्स के साथ कर रहे हैं, उन सब का बदला लें. एंड दैट वाज एक्चुअली हैपेंड इन 1857, विच एक्चुअली गेव लाइक अ स्पार्क, एक चिंगारी की तरह लग गया और सारे हिंदुस्तान में especially in the north east and north west of the and in the northern parts of the India at that time, it broke into the war which was being titled as the revolt of 1857. Now let us go and see that ऐसा कौन सा reason था जो इतना spark आ गया सोल्जर्स के अंदर कि वो जाके सीधा ब्रिटिशर्स को गोली चढ़ा दी. ओके, सो व्हाट इज द रीजन दैट एक्चुअली स्पार्क देम टू गो एंड शूट द ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर्स? नाउ लेट अस कम टू दैट. नाउ हियर वी सी दैट इन द पिक्चर आई हैव सीन, एंड दैट रीजन इज दैट द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द न्यू Enfield rifle and the greased cartridge. Okay, this is the reason that led to the immediate cause of the revolt of 1857, the Enfield rifle and the greased cartridge. Now you can see in the picture, please have a close look at the picture because it is very important to understand this, then only you will be understanding why the soldiers were so provoked to shoot the British officers and declare the war. Okay, now in before 1856, what happened is that the rifles which were brought from the England were called as brown bess rifles. Okay, they were called as a brown bess rifles. Now what is the peculiarity of this brown bess rifles is that these rifles were actually filled with the bullets. Now you can see these rifles are like this, cylindrical, and in this the bullets will be filled, and it is not like that all the bullets you put inside and they start firing. No, at one bullet you can do one firing itself, and if you have to do the next firing you have to insert the next bullet, and it takes a lot of time and it again takes lot number of bullets, which seems to be very expensive and very much production, less production and less quality. So in 1856 the British officers of the England brought a new rifle to India, and that rifle was termed as the Enfield rifle. Okay, now what is the speciality of this Enfield rifle is that it is totally following a different mechanism from the old one. Okay, old rifle here refers to that brown based rifle, and you can see that these bullets will be inserted into this barrel, and after that the trigger will be pulled back, and then it is used for the firing. And now in 1853 the new pattern was being introduced in England, and it was brought to India in 1856. Now in the Enfield Rifle musket, it is called as Enfield Rifle musket. Okay, so Enfield Rifle musket is that the sepoys in the British East India Company armies in India were issued with this new rifle in 1857, and the sepoys, that is Indian soldiers, were asked to now onwards you use this rifle whenever you go for the war or the fight. Now what is the reason that the Indian soldiers were not happy? You can see here I have pasted a photo of Mangal Pandey staring, showing the aggressive expression that shows that he is the first person who reacted against the Britishers. Okay, and I hope you all are very familiar with the story of Mangal Pandey. So here we see that what actually made them annoyed, or what actually made them that they had to take such a huge step and declare war. Now let us go into the details of that. Okay, in the Enfield rifle, what was that? The bullets of the brown based rifle was replaced with a cartridge. Okay, now here in the picture you can see the cartridge here. Okay, and this was being replaced, and this part, this is what you call it as a cartridge. Now what is the peculiarity of this cartridge? You can see this till this area it is filled with the bullet. Okay, that means this cartridge functions with two methods. Okay, here you can make use of the bullet, plus in the additional cylindrical part of the space you can fill the gunpowder. Now gunpowder is actually made with the chemicals, and this gunpowder will be filled till the top of this part. Okay, now after that the topper layer of this, that is you can see the topper layer from here, they will be covering it, they will be wrapping it and sealing it. Okay, and you know when we buy the toffees in the olden times, you used to see that both the corners are twisted, isn't it? So like that they will be using covered, layered, and they used to twist the topper part. So now what is a problematic area? Is this area. Problematic area is not the bullet or not the gunpowder, but the problematic area is this covering part. Why? Now I will tell you. The covering part actually included a material greased with मतलब उसमें लगाया गया था. ये जो कवरिंग पार्ट था जो उसको कवर करता था, ये जो चीज़ जो है वो एक्चुअली फैट से बनाया हुआ था, फैट से बना. अब ये बनाने के लिए ब्रिटिशर्स ने कौन सा फैट यूज़ किया? दे यूज्ड द फैट ऑफ बीफ और द काउ, एंड दे यूज द फैट ऑफ पोक और द पिग. ओके, सो मतलब it is termed as lard and tallow. Okay, we won't call pork fat, we won't call beef fat or cow fat, it is called as a lard and tallow. So the Britishers made use of these two fats to actually fat का या oil fat या ऐसा कोई भी greasy substance का function क्या होता है? उसका फंक्शन होता है कि जैसे साइकिल्स में आप लोग ऑयल डालते हो तो उसका फंक्शन क्या होता है? वो एक स्मूथ बेयरिंग प्रिपेयर करता है, राइट, ताकि स्मूथली फंक्शन करे. जैसे हम लोग ट्रिगर दबाते हैं, वहाँ पे अटक जाता है तो वी ऑयल इट, तो सो दैट वो अच्छे से मूव होता है. तो ये जो ग्रीस्ड एलिमेंट जो होता है ना, ये दो फंक्शंस करते हैं. एक तो ये गन पाउडर को उसके अंदर दबा के रखता है, दूसरा चीज़ जो है वो उसको इतना चिपका के रखता है कि वो बाहर नहीं गिरेगा. ओके, सो दिस वाज द पर्पस ऑफ लैड एंड टैलो. और तीसरी चीज़, जब भी इनको यूज़ करना होता है तो वो इजीली रिमूव कर सकते थे. तो ये सारे बेनिफिट्स सोच के ब्रिटिशर्स ने इसको ऐसा किया. नाउ प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे आया? प्रॉब्लम ये आया कि इसको कैसे यूज़ करना है. ओके, इसको इस तरीके से यूज़ किया जाता था कि सोल्जर्स वेर सपोज टू tear open the end of the cartridge with their teeth. तो उनको क्या करना होता है? ये जो पॉइंटेड एरिया दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, इसको मुंह में रखना पड़ता था और मुंह में रख के उसको दांत से तोड़ना पड़ता था या छीलना पड़ता था. ओके, तो एंड देन द सोल्जर्स, उसके बाद द सोल्जर्स को क्या होता है, इसमें जो भी ये बुलेट और गन पाउडर जो भी सब्सटेंस हैं वो इस गन के बैरल में भरना पड़ता था. गन के द सोल्जर्स वेर सपोज टू पोर द गन पाउडर इनटू द मजल ऑफ द राइफल एंड देन एट लास्टली snap off the greased end of the cartridge containing the bullet at the muzzle. ओके, उसके बाद उनको क्या करना पड़ता था, ये जो उनको इसके अंदर भर के उसको अच्छे से पुश करना पड़ता था. तो ये सब करने के बाद ही आप वो राइफ़ल यूज़ कर पाते थे. सो अब प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे आया, प्रॉब्लम ये एरिया में आया क्योंकि इंडियन आर्मी में many of the people were Indian soldiers were mainly of two religion, Hindu and Muslim, and as per the Hindu religion, as per the Hindu religion, cow fat is considered as a टैबू फॉर देम. टैबू मतलब वर्जित किया गया. हिंदू रिलीजन के हिसाब से दे डोंट कंज्यूम काउ फैट एंड इट इज़ अ टैबू. उनका धर्म भ्रष्ट करने वाला चीज़ था. एंड एज फॉर द मुस्लिम रिलीजन ऑल्सो pork or pork meat or pork fat or like lard is also a taboo for them. वो भी ये चीज़ यूज़ नहीं कर सकते उनके रिलीजियस पॉलिसी के हिसाब. तो ये चीज़ बहुत ज़्यादा इंडियन सोल्जर्स के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा डिफ़िकल्ट था एक्सेप्ट करना. इससे पहले जो भी रूल्स ब्रिटिशर्स ने रखा था, लेकिन जैसे कि तिलक नहीं लगाना, पगड़ी नहीं लगाना, ओके वो कुछ हद तक उन लोगों ने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया था. बट ये जो चीज़ था दे वेर नॉट एबल टू एक्सेप्ट इट एट एनी कॉस्ट, और इसमें कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ नहीं कर सकते थे. सो द इंडियन सोल्जर्स गॉट रेज्ड against this cartridge and they denied to use this cartridge and to use this Enfield rifle because it is against their religious practices, and this is what actually annoyed the soldiers. Now why it annoyed the soldiers? Because the soldiers were asked to use it and they were forced to do that. Okay, now when the soldiers denied, so what the soldiers did, one of the soldier in that mutiny named Mangal Pandey came ahead and he took the rifle and he shot at the General Gordon on the spot itself, when General Gordon forced him to use that rifle and use that cartridge and fill it in the rifle. This actually is the spark for the revolt of 1857. So what happened is that when Mangal Pandey did this, suddenly he was arrested and he was hanged there. And this actually happened, all this in the resentment of the Barakpur cantonment. Okay, Barakpur cantonment in the month of February, 19th Native Infantry Barakpur cantonment. Okay, so and as a result of that the whole cantonment was disbanded by the Britishers. Now this is the spark that spread like fire to all other neighboring areas of the Indian soldiers. So everyone quickly started coming to know, oh, that this Mangal Pandey has become a martyr. He has sacrificed our life to save our religious policies, to save all the Hindus and all the Muslims against the British imposing this upon them. So they thought of doing this, and they immediately what they did is that they spread this message to everyone. And everywhere the soldiers got annoyed with the Britishers and they also started thinking of attacking them. So I hope that you understood this part. We will continue in the next video. Thank you for being with